By choosing an actual end user as your persona becomes concrete, leaving no room for second guessing. Is your target customer happy with their region's education system? Would your target customer be interested in a puppy? Does your target customer prefer a closed software ecosystem, like the one the Apple iPhone provides, or an open ecosystem, like the Android mobile operating system? Or does your target customer simply want to check email reliably on the go? You can debate these questions internally, but if your persona is a real person, there is only one right answer. No one end user represents 100% of the characteristics of every end user in your end user profile. But as you work toward defining the persona, you will be able to find someone who matches the profile quite well. You will then focus your product development around this individual, rather than on the more general end user profile. How to choose and profile your persona. The process of creating a persona is important, so you should involve all the key members of your team, regardless of their role in the group. Team members who are involved in the process, even if they do not think they have a lot to contribute, will end up enjoying, embracing, and getting a lot of value out of the process of creating the persona. They will feel ownership and understand the nuances of the persona that might not get written down, and gain appreciation for the other members of the team and their perspectives. If you already have sales, an analysis of the most successful customers to date would be very valuable data and a good starting point. If you have not sold any product yet, then look at the primary market research you've already done and analyze some of the customers who showed the most interest in your potential offering. Make sure they would actually pay for it and are not just interested. There is a big difference. You are looking to answer the question, if I had only one end user to represent our end user profile, who would it be? From your end user profile, you have a good start. The persona should conform very well with this profile, while also providing more specific details. You and your team should take the primary market research you have on some of these customers, as well as the end user profile, and discuss the pros and cons of making each customer the persona. After this analysis, you will choose one to be the persona, knowing that you might change it later as you get more information. Don't spend too much time worrying whether you have the perfect persona. Just make your best guess and get the process started. Then prepare a fact sheet about the persona, based on the information you already have. Include a drawing or photograph of the individual. You will typically want to include information about the person's life, born, raised, education, family, age, etc., as well as the person's job, what company, how many years, training, managers, salary, performance metrics if a B2B case, etc. All of this information should be specific, not just that they make a 5-figure salary or live in the northeastern part of the country, but that they earn $65,000 a year and live in a specific town. By preparing a fact sheet, your team will also identify key facts specific to your business that you will want to include in order for the persona to be useful to you. In your fact sheet, you will use the end user's real name. It might seem a bit creepy to use a real name, so if you feel uncomfortable, you can use an alias instead. Typically, once people understand the purpose and role of the persona, they are okay with using a real name, at least for internal use within the company. Most importantly, you want to list the persona's purchasing criteria in prioritized order, as these priorities will dictate what purchasing decisions the persona makes. The top priority is the concern that keeps the persona awake at night. It is the thing that she either fears the most or gets most excited about. It is what will get her fired or promoted, and often the most visible thing that could go right or wrong. It is crucial to understand how your customer prioritizes their needs and wants. You will build off of this list throughout the 24 steps. A list provided by the end user will get you started, but when interviewing your end users, you cannot necessarily believe everything the end user tells you. You should validate what they say. Often the end user actually believes what they are saying, but will in reality take very different actions. Now that you have identified what facts you have and don't have, interview the